British professor Sir Paul Collier was in Guyana last week, during which time the expert spoke at length on a number of issues pertaining to the oil and gas industry and the course the country should take. Among the advice given by Sir Paul was to not scrap the Exxon Mobil contract. This, he said, will be disastrous for the country and will send a bad message to other investors, and ultimately, the oil might be left right where it is. But local economist Raymond Gaskin, who has mounted a court action against the government for the granting of concessions to several oil companies, and who will soon be mounting a court action against the Exxon Mobil contract, said Sir Paul's comments is opposite to what sections of the Guyanese populace are calling for.
Mr. Gaskin, if you would have followed events last week, we had several exports here in Guyana. One even said that scrapping the contract would be disastrous.
Nobody is advocating that. Sir Paul Collier, he misrepresented what people are saying. Nobody ever spoke about tearing up anything. And he's a dishonorable language, and he's a highly trained man, and he ought to know how to use language better. Nobody ever spoke about tearing up anything. Where did he get that from? He's totally out of order. Nobody who's criticized the PSA has promoted the idea to tear it up. We say it needs to be renegotiated.
Gaskin was then asked why he thinks the contract should be renegotiated.
Oh, because for two reasons. First of all, there are a lot of illegalities in the contract itself. A lot of it is illegal. You know, in our Petroleum Act, we talk about 60 blocks is the maximum. But these people have about 600 blocks. A lot of things are illegal. Then we have the minister sign a paper that we owe them 460 million US recoverable. All of those things are illegal. But there are some other things in the contract that are what we call absurd. You have to give the minister 7 days notice for him to go and inspect the facilities. I call this the group of absurdities and the group of illegalities. And we have to renegotiate the contract and tidy it up. And all those things that are illegal, we need to put them right.
But it seems as though Mr. Gaskin has a personal axe to grind with Exxon Mobil.
But what I want to know, Mr. Gaskin, personally, do you have a problem with Exxon Mobil operating in Guyana?
Of course I have a problem with them operating because they come to exploit us and to rob us of our resources. And of course I have a problem. This is the richest countries in the entire world, and they're tax-free. They don't pay any taxes on nothing, no profits, no capital gains, no dividend tax, no nothing. No imports, or no tax on imports, no tax on exports, no VAT, no nothing. Of course I have a problem with that. But how can you run a country and give the richest country in the world tax-free status and everybody else got to pay tax in this country?
The government's position has been made clear. The contract is a done deal. Roy Den James, HGP Nightly News.